what do you see as the opportunities in the coming years for people either involved in property or looking to get involved in property? Where do you see the opportunities?
I'm not one for being able to predict the future. It's very hard to tell. Yeah, I said I think the cost of energy is going to come down. Um, I think we're in a decline. Everything goes up
Hmm.
and goes down. Empires are created and they decrease. Everything has a move. I think we're seeing a decrease in the market for property. I think it's the end of the private landlord. But whether that's going to take 50 years, 20 years, 10 years, I don't know. But it's still a market, even though it's on the slide, it's going to carry on down. I can't see the government changing its policy of being attacking landlords. That will continue. Um, the the reason I was able to sell easily my portfolio was social landlords have been given billions of pounds to buy my properties. So these people are coming in saying, well, we don't care what we pay. We
Yeah.
don't care what the condition is because we're given all this money to do it. And I'm looking at it and think, well, why are you buying my properties, my tenants, and the government are giving them billions to do it?
Yes.
It's a crazy system. And I can see them carrying on because they have no sense. I mean, who elected these people? I don't know. But I'd sit there and look at your own conscience.
Yeah.
Why aren't you questioning it? You are destroying the private rented sector for political gain. I don't know. But they're doing lots of things that are just crazy,
Yeah,
which make no
I agree.
sense.
They're definitely damaging the rental market, the private rental sector, um, in such a way where a lot of landlords will get to the point where they'll just leave the market,
Mm.
and then there is going to be a problem in terms of accommodation. Who's going to provide that? There are a few large organizations, Lloyd's and such, who are committed to becoming large landlords. Um, how do you think that's going to pan out?
Well, they are, but the cracks are showing. The people who bought my properties are having financial problems because they're relying on what's called enhanced housing
Yeah.
benefit, where they get 3 times what I get paid for housing exactly the same tenant. And it actually gets crazy. If you were to say, where would you look? I'd probably look to be in a social landlord
Hmm.
because I've got tenants where I'm getting well, I struggle to get £60 a week from them, yet they go back or have been housed by people who get £2,000 a week, £2,000 a
Wow.
week to house the same person. The reason they end up with me is they're dysfunctional, they get kicked out. Um, and I look at these landlords and chat to them. I remember talking to one of them. I said, look, you're getting £2,000 a week to house care leavers.
Hmm.
And he goes to me, Jim, you don't understand. I've got to feed them. I've got to give them Christmas presents. I've got to take them on holiday. I thought, if you pay me £2,000 a week, I think I could afford that as well.
Yes.
But the government do this. They have there's no rationality to what they're doing. It's just an insanity approach to the business. But it still doesn't put me off. I still go back into property, even though I know it's on the slide, because I don't think it's going to disappear any day soon. And you make money while you can.
Mm.
Nothing lasts forever. Everything, it's not as bad as gaming, where the whole market changes within about 3 or 4 years. And
Yeah.
what was the game or whatever it is, I don't play games, but there's a faster changing markets than property. Property will stay, it will still be valuable. I still think properties will continue and rise in value. If you can get hold of property today, fill your boots full of it, and then if you sell up in 10 years' time, you'll be selling at twice the price. And there's so many techniques you can use to acquire property. Most people come into property and buy for cash,
Mm.
but you and I know that you can buy for £1.
Yeah.
What they call them purchase lease options
Yeah.
or whatever it is. I just pay £1.
Controlling the property. Yeah.
You control the property, get the agreement to buy it in a year's time, turn it into an HMO, go to the lender. The lender will lend you more than you buy the property. So you agree to buy the property for 100. Once you've got the tenants in there, you can do the same with commercial property.
Yes.
Once you tenant it, it then valued on the income. One of the great things is what we call valuing on income. I think Rob Moore said it's
Investment value. Yeah.
the seventh wonder of the world, or it's the eighth wonder of the world, is having properties valued on income. So take an empty property like this one.
Yeah.
If it's an empty property, it's worth
They sat empty for
nothing.
about 7 years.
7 years. You then put tenants in, you got an income, then it becomes valued at 10 times its income. So maybe you could pick it up for, say, 300,000, fill it up with tenants. It's then worth 1 million. The lenders will lend you 70, 75% of that. So you're borrowing 750,000 on a property that only cost you 300,000. You walk away with 450,000.
And there's not many businesses you can do things like that
There's
with.
not many businesses you could do that. You're absolutely right.
And it's scalable.
Yes. Well, you have, because you got the money. That's how I did to start with. I bought cash to start with to get myself started, and then market started lending very, very slowly, and that's how I was able to keep on building up a portfolio on original input of 35,000.
Hey, if you've enjoyed watching this clip, first of all, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you watch the full version on this link here on YouTube, or alternatively listen to the audio version on Spotify, which the link is below.